What's up guys, it's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Buildit video. Today we're going to be doing a contest estimators walkthrough for a high-level city, Lala. You've seen quite a few of her wigs. So before we begin, we're going to go ahead and go through the basic introduction of hit the like and subscribe button. You can join us on Facebook at SimCity Buildit, MissyanneTTVYT. We're also on Discord, TikTok, Twitter, all that good stuff. So everything is down in the description below. My personal Facebook link is also down in the description below. For those of you guys who would like your week reviewed, please make sure that your screenshots look just like hers, meaning that your task that you actually are working on is selected in the photo so that I don't have to do a process of elimination trying to figure out what task you actually did. Make sure that your beginning photo starts with a task assessment. Usually a task assessment is where you go through and you say what you know about each task, and then you label it with subcategories of main, rotatable, no-touch cancels, premium versus non-premium. Premium assignments are tasks that can be worth up to 3,000 points. For low-level players, we consider shop productions and factory productions as premium, even though technically they are not. So high-level players, shop productions are not premium. The only premium assignment that is a factory task is the electrical. That is the only one that can be worth 3,000 points for a high-level player, okay? Now, let's go through her list here. Oh, another thing. Main tasks are tasks that are worth 2,000 points or higher in your list. Rotatable tasks are tasks that are below 2,000 points, and they are used they're completed to open up more main tasks. The order of rotation for a low-level player is a little bit different than a high-level player. She's a high-level player, so the order of rotation is going to be to work all main tasks. Doesn't matter if they're premium, non-premium. You're going to go through the basics of determining which task is the right selection based on all the criteria in the contest of mayor's math. After all main tasks are done, you then move to your highest premium. Now, make that sink in. That is the most important part of rotation when it comes to a high-level player. If you have a 1,600 point chairs assignment versus a 1,000 point VU assignment or a 1,000 point, upgrade Omega, you're going to rotate the premiums first. That would not be the chairs. Chairs is a non-premium assignment, so you would wait until all of your premiums are cleared out first. You want to open up all those opportunities before rotating the assignments that give little reward, okay? So, starting with her task assessment, she has a premium 3K, so that would make it main task value. Upgrade Ward Disaster. What this means is basically it's a great task. It's going to be her first assignment that she starts with. The second one is a non-premium because it can only be worth 2,500 points. It's a main task. It looks like she had already submitted the design challenge, so that is not doable. Now, technically, or I don't know if that says submitted or submit. I don't know if she's able to submit this or not. If she is, then that is a correct label. If she's unable to submit it, then she should have marked it no touch cancel. My guess is she can, and that's why it says submit. Okay, non-premium, that would be the monster at main task value. Okay, now we've got a premium Omega at main task value, premium rotatable limestone or lime coins. What we know about this task is it has a medium algorithm rate. So the way that we judge algorithm is low means that it comes back at best 1 time per contest. Medium is anywhere from like 2 to 5 times roughly. And then high is it's always in your list. Okay? All of this stuff is labeled in your contest mayor's guide so that you can make the right selections. She has a non-premium no-touch / rotatable chems. At this value, she's not going to rotate these, so I would have just marked it no-touch. Okay, non-premium no-touch keys. Likely will not touch this unless she gets into reverse rotation, so I would have marked it no-touch / R. Let's see. Premium VU rotatable, that is correct. Premium limestone rotatable, that's correct. Premium rotatable Paris, that is also correct. Now we have an 800 on shoes, which is non-premium. Probably not going to touch it at this value, okay? But I would have marked it NT/R just in case. And same thing with the delivery to Paris, that is non-premium and will likely not be touched during the duration of the contest. Okay. Now, one thing that I've been trying to teach you guys is looking at your list as a whole. There's been a lot of questions like, why would you do this over this? Or why did she choose that over this? Or why is this not, correct? Because the order of rotation says it's correct. One thing that I want you guys to pay very close attention to is the order of rotation. It gets you as far as looking at which tasks you should be working on, but it doesn't give you the exact answer. For example, remember when I said when all main tasks are gone, you're going to start rotating your premiums? That doesn't mean that you can just pick whatever premium you want and that you're going to have the best opportunity by doing so. There is still an order in which you should be picking your premiums. For example, if, let's say, all of her main assignments are done and she's working on her premiums, which one of these three here at the bottom would be the correct choice? VU, Limestone, or Paris? Well, Limestone has a pretty good chance of bringing in something good. Limestone usually regional upgrades come back, and when they do, they come back between 2,000 and 3,000 points. VU is a hit and miss, so that would be the next one, okay? Because it can or cannot be good to you, and usually it comes back a lot more frequently than an upgrade task does. Then Paris would be the last. Now, let's say that we had a 1K Omega here. That would mean that Omega would be the first to be rotated because it has a higher algorithm rate. So when I tell you guys that the order of rotation is that when all main tasks are completed, you start on your premium rotatables first. That doesn't mean that you can just pick whichever one you want. There's still a lot of things that you need to look at. Like, has this assignment been done already? If it has, how many times has it been done? Has it been good to you? Is it your good doorway? Is it your bad doorway? Looking at your list as a whole, for example, she has a lot of low premiums here. So if, let's say, she just keeps getting 2,000 point assignments or right around 2,000 point assignments, and they're not really being good to her, she's not getting a whole lot of 3K assignments, then it may be advised that she go down and pick up one of her premiums to try to open up some better opportunities and then continue to rotate. Okay, so just make sure that if you're watching walkthroughs, if there's something that you don't understand, look at the list as a whole and look at how many value points are there that may be the cause of why they're picking what they're picking. And if you want a better answer as to why it was correct or incorrect or whatever, then you can put it in the comment section or hit me up on Facebook and I'll do better to explain. So the first obvious choice is going to be the 3K war disaster. Okay, now she gets a non-premium 1,200 point epic project. Moving down the list, she has the Submit Design Challenge. I don't know if that is available to her right now. I don't know if the monster is available. Obviously the monster is because she did it. So that would be her next choice. Now she's got the Omega, the Limestone, and the Design Challenge. Now if she can do the Design Challenge, she should get it out of the way. So obviously she couldn't do it, so she did the Omega. Okay, now she's got Monster there again for 2,000. Now, I've seen people get this and leave this sit. The Monster is there, get it done. It's always going to be in your list. If it's at 2,000 points or higher, it needs to get done to get it out of the way and open up that value. Okay, because what's happening here is it's always going to be in your list, so it's always going to be taking up a spot, but you don't want it to be taking up one of your 2K spots. The Monster is here only on a timer. So if he's here now, and if you were just able to do that assignment, it doesn't make sense to just leave this sit and move on. Get it done. Okay? All right, now she gets a repair for 1,600. This is non-premium. She's not a low-level player, so this is not really in the equation of being rotated. The next thing we would look at is what is the next highest in her list. That would be the Design Challenge. I'm assuming she cannot do, so the next highest in her list is going to be the limestone. Now, here's the thing with the limestone. It is almost at main task value. It's really damn close. So she has to decide if that's something that she wants to do now, or if she wants to rotate in some of her premiums first. Technically, if you follow the order of rotation, the correct choice is to rotate in one of the premiums down below. However, given the fact that it's only 50 whopping points, I would have probably just done the lime coins because it's so close to 2,000. So that was correct on her part. Okay, she does that. She gets Omega again for 2,000. Now she has done this already, but 2,000 high algorithm, I would go ahead and do the Omega. She does that. Okay. Now she gets a launch war attack, specific war attack. It is at rotatable value. Now we're going to move down to our premiums because, that is at rotatable value. And that particular assignment does not have a high algorithm, so it will likely be something that opens up something good. That being said, we want to open up as many opportunities as possible before we rotate that assignment. Starting with, of these three, we're going to start with the regional. And she did that. That was a mistake, okay? She shouldn't have done that. Even though it is really close to 2,000, that's still 150 points off, okay? So that she should have went and opened up something better. If you go back and you look, this is kind of what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. 2,000, 1,900, 2,000. Everything's right around 2,000 points that she's been rotating. We want to get some stuff opened up at, 3,000 points. They're starting to go lower and lower. 1,850. What is the threshold point value of when you say, hey, I need to rotate in some of these lower premiums? She should have done that. So now she's got a 3K Sunny. Okay. 2,400 on Leaf. Now this becomes main task. So that becomes the right choice. Okay. Now here we have a 1,500 premium rotatable export HQ. Now I know that she's got at least the lime and the leaf open, I assume, unless she sold a whole bunch of items. I don't know. But I'm going to assume that she's opened up 2 of her export HQs, meaning she has 1 left. So opening that 1 up would be stupid, right? So she would obviously go towards the ones that she's already done. I don't know how many rows she's completed. That could end up costing her a pretty penny. Either way, that is not the correct choice. It's too risky right now. Point being, having already opened up 2 out of 3 of her regional HQs, if she does this assignment and it comes back in the streaks way later on down the road, things are going to have already been closed up. So she either has to dedicate that 1 HQ and say, I'm not going to touch it at all. And if she does that, that means that she better have a lot of items for that regional map. So the only way to really do this assignment safely is to take the 1 regional map that she does not have the HQ open on. Make sure she has tons of items for it in case she gets a coins assignment for that regional map. And then keep that regional HQ closed off all the way through the streaks to make sure that she can complete the streaks if it comes back. If she cannot do that, then that would not be advised to do, and it would be more advised to go down here and pick up that limestone upgrade. So she does the limestone. She gets a 3K Tokyo. Now she gets the 2K Omega. Now, at this point, Omega's been done twice at 2,000 points. She still has a couple of the premiums down at the bottom of her list that haven't been rotated in. If it was me, I would have actually went down and rotated the VU first and then done the Omega. Because of, remember when we were talking about the beginning of the video when I said that if you start getting a lot of just 2K tasks and it's just kind of keeping you at a pretty steady rate, you've got several premiums down below that are kind of blocked off. Trying to get those opened up as quickly as possible is what you want to do, okay? Because what's going to happen when you get all those unblocked you're going to start rotating in either the main tasks that it gives you or the high non-premiums for high main tasks. But if you're just kind of running at a steady rate of kind of going in this loop, that's all it'll ever be. So I would have went with the VU down below. Now she gets a 2400 Old Town, so that becomes main task, obviously 400 points higher. Let's go ahead and do that. Now she gets the 3K Sunny. Okay, she does that. Now she's got a 1500 War Delivery. Now that would make that the correct choice because it's limited. Oops. Okay. Limited. Okay. So she does the War Delivery, and now she gets the 2K Omega again. See what I'm trying to say, you guys? This will be like the, what, the 4th Omega that she's had at 2K value. It's just holding its normal steady loop value that it's giving her. That's not helping her. You know, essentially, a 2K average is excellent, yes. But if we can get things to come in for higher, that's ultimately kind of what we're going for here. And that would be a mistake. Again, she should have rotated one of her premiums down below because of how many times she's done this. Now she gets a 1400 glass. Now I'm assuming she does the VU. Okay. There's the 3K task from doing the VU. That's kind of what I'm trying to say, you guys. She should have done these sooner, and she would have been better off. Okay. Now she gets that 2K Omega again. So hopefully she learned her lesson and does the Paris down below first before rotating that Omega again. No, she didn't. She does Omega again. Now she's got an 1800 on wave coins, which I believe is the, yeah, that's the 1 HQ that she hasn't opened yet. She does that, which this was a mistake because she still has the Paris down below. Okay, when something is at rotatable value, you rotate all of your premiums first. Now she gets an 1800 cargo. And she does, I don't know what, but I'm assuming it's the Paris. So let me ask you this. Here she has an 1800 waves. And she considers this to be the correct choice here because why? Because it's premium? Okay. Then she gets an 1800 non-premium cargo with a lower algorithm rate. And that is not the correct choice, and now I'm assuming she does Paris and gets the 2000 launch rare war attack. What you have to realize is when it's like 40 or 50 points, it's okay to treat it as a main. But when you have a looped assignment just coming in repeatedly, or when you are at like 1800 points, that's not a main task. That is a rotatable task. You need to open up as many opportunities as possible before rotating in your rotatables. That's the whole idea here. Okay? Now she gets the Omega for 3000. Okay? Now it would be correct to do that. Now she's got the VU for 2000. Waves for 2700. You're going to start to see a pickup. 2500 on the Monster. 2000 Tokyo. 3000 Omega. Okay, so she has rotated in all of her premiums, but do you see the difference? See what I'm saying? She rotated in all the premiums, started getting 3,000 point assignments. Think about that. So now, what is the rule of rotation? Now the rule of rotation is to take your highest non-premium with the lowest algorithm rate. So let's go through here. She does have that premium export HQ. But she can't safely do it because now she's opened up all of her export HQs. It would be stupid to touch that task. So out of that, everything else is non-premium. So what is the highest in the list? That design challenge, which I'm assuming she can't do that either. She would have done it already. So what is the next highest in the list? Cargo. Okay, and next to cargo, what's the next one? Let's see, repair. Now, repair has a high algorithm rate, so it would be stupid to do that one, right? Because we know it's just going to come right back. Cargo's higher, for 200 points higher, and has a lower algorithm rate. So it only stands to reason that that would be the right choice. The highest non-premium with the lowest algorithm rate. Okay. Now she gets a 1,700 on seeds. This is a non-premium assignment. It is the next obvious choice. And she does repair. This makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like, at all. I can't even begin to grasp the concept here. This player knows way better than this. I'm going to have to ask her about this because the idea, like I said, she knows that this has a high algorithm rate. She knows that it's just going to continue to come back. It makes 0 sense to rotate this when seeds are higher, 170 points higher, have a less algorithm rate. Makes 0 sense to me. Okay, now she does repair. She gets feed for what, 1,400 or 1,600? Now seeds would be the next choice. So she does seeds like she should have done. There's her 3K task. Okay, does the 3K task. There's her 2K upgrade Sunny. Now she gets a 1,680 non-premium shop production. This is the highest non-premium with the lowest algorithm rate. That would make that the correct choice. 2,500 main task premium. Now there's the 1,800 cargo. Now that is the lowest algorithm rate. We've already rotated it once. Maybe twice this round. I can't remember if she did it twice. She could rotate it again. See how it is to her. If it comes back again, then she's going to have to do something else. Here she does this. Now this, I don't know what her deal is. If she maybe had one of her things reset or what. But if she did not, and she had all 3 of her, things open and no way of them resetting, that was a huge mistake because she could easily fail the streak. Okay, so I don't know what she has going on in her game to say if that was or was not correct. Now we've got the upgrade Tokyo. 1,800 on smoothies. That would be the correct choice there. Would be the smoothies. Launch attack and club wars. Okay. 2,600 on the cake. 1,800 on the minerals. Wave coins. Now, I would not touch these because usually when you get into the streaks and you start rotating things like this, they keep coming back, right? I would not want to risk that coming in the streaks, especially at that value and the fact that she's already done this assignment once. I wouldn't have done that. Now she gets to launch this attack, war attack. I'm not really sure why she hasn't started the streaks. I mean, I don't know if she's just trying to secure the electrical, because she already has glass feed, chems. About the only thing out there would be sugar and electrical, which might be what she's trying to do. But even if that was the case, I would not have rotated the waves. Now she's got a 3,000 war disaster, 2,500 pizza, 2,000 lime, 3,000 green valley, 3,000 omega. There's the 2,000 sugar. So now she starts streaks. Okay, limestone, 3,000 omega, 2,700 leaf, 8,000, 3,000 London, 2,000 Tokyo, 2,000 lime. There's the repair for 1,600. Okay. Now, mind you, look at her timer. She's at 4 days, 13 hours, so she's done all this in a day. So, just a heads up for you all who say people are hacked when they put up a ridiculous score in a day. That's not true at all. It just isn't. If you don't get hit with a lot of, long factory productions, you can easily finish CoM in a day, day and a half. Okay, here's the export HQ for 3,000. This is why I wouldn't have risked it. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully she has a way to do this, which clearly she did because she got it done. Okay. Now we've got repair. There's those wave coins I was worried about. Not sure how much that ended up costing her. I'm not sure what she's showing there. Okay. 8,000 points. There's her tickets. Now she's on to tickets. 2,000... 2,400 regular residential, 2,000 limestone, 1,600 suits, 2,000 London, 2,000 Omega. There's the export HQ row again. Again, if she wouldn't have moved quickly and that export HQ would have closed on her, see how that could have screwed her up? That's why you guys got to move fast. 1,700 on wood, 1,600 on microwaves, 2,400 Old Town, 3,000 Tokyo, 2,000 Omega, 8,000. Now she's at 12 tickets done, 4 days, 2 hours remaining, 203,000 points. And so now she's got plenty of time. She can do the highest assignment in her list. This is where value trumps opportunity, okay? So at this point, she would do the highest one in her list, which would be that sugar for 2,000. Didn't make sense to use up those last few tickets since her competition was nowhere near her. Now, also mind you that a lot of people could say something like, well, you know, she may not have needed to use any of those tickets. She may not have needed to complete that last, you know, streak or whatever, and that may be. But so many people will try to reach your score if they feel like it is reachable. So it is usually a good idea to get things done as efficiently as possible, as quickly as possible. Don't just sit there and be like, yeah, you've got a great lead now. But if people see that you've stopped, they assume that you just did your streak super early and that your score is just going to stay low. Then they start creeping up on your score. You decide, oh shit, they're getting too close. You start adding more points. Now you've hurt yourself by not being able to do all the choices correctly. And you've only made your competition think that they have a chance. And if they think they have a chance, they might continue to try because they've already got so much invested anyways. What's the point in quitting now? And if that is the case, then you could lose. So basically, the motto that I give people is you go as quickly as you can, as efficiently as you can, you give it your all when you're in Mega, and if you see an opportunity, safe opportunity, to save a couple of tickets, then go ahead, but don't risk losing to save a couple of damn tickets. It's not worth it. 20, 30, 40, 50K lead on the leaderboard isn't very high. People need to remember that. You look at the amount of points that you can put up in a day's time, 200,000. So when people say, oh, I've got 2 days left and people are 50,000 points below me, that is nothing, okay? 6 streaks times 8,000 points on just the bonus is 48,000 points, just for the bonus points. Don't have any long factory productions? You can easily finish the streaks in a few hours. That's 48,000 points just for the bonus points. That does not include all of the points in between that you earn. Now, I've seen a lot of people being accused of cheating or hacking when they're not. I've got people on my building guide that share their stats and people accuse them of cheating. No, they just play well. You know, they took somebody's advice that has been playing for a long time and they utilized it. And sorry to say, but they're doing better than most of the hackers. That's how bad the SimCity Buildit community is. Without the knowledge, you're not going to do well. So if you take the knowledge that I have in my videos and you apply it to your game, you will do good, okay? So in her case, like I said, I pointed out the few mistakes that she made. I just want you guys to know that even if you're following the order of rotation of premiums, low premiums being rotated after all main tasks are done, there are still other variables that you need to look at. You can't just follow the order of rotation. You have to look at everything. Is the assignment limited? Is this assignment going to keep coming back? What is the algorithm on the assignment, right? What is the value difference, the value possibility? All of it. Okay, you got to look at everything still. Just because you have the order in which you're supposed to be looking at the assignments, but you still have to follow the method in choosing which one of those assignments should be rotated first.